Now you have to arrange, you know what you have to do, you have to arrange this from A to F in proper order, in an order which makes complete sense. Arrange it in a way that it forms a complete passage. Okay, so let's start. What will be the starting statement? Okay, take for example cannot be the starting statement. You have to work your way quickly through these. I don't like para-jumble, so I just want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Okay, so take for example cannot be the starting. This could never happen. What could never happen? We do not know. So this B is also not the start. The Indian education system is built on the presumption. Okay, the Indian education system, I don't see anything there more. If, however, so C is definitely the starting statement. Okay, so we have got the starting statement. Now tell me what would be the mandatory pair for C. The Indian education system is built on the presumption that if something is good for one child, it is good for all children. This is so true. My God, brilliant passage. Yes. So what should be the mandatory pair for C? So this is the statement. This is the presumption that our Indian education system is built on. Now what should be the next statement? If, however, there are different dance forms, now we have gone to dance, so this E is definitely not the one, F is definitely not the one. More importantly, different teachers and institutes have developed different ways of teaching dancing. Again, D is definitely not the next statement. This could never happen if there was a central board of dancing. Again, dancing has not been introduced yet, so B is also not. Take for example the market for learning dancing, first time introduction. So this is take for example. Okay, so this is an example of what C is trying to say. Okay, so A becomes the next statement, isn't it? Am I talking to the walls? Okay, very simple question then. You don't have to worry about it. 2015 prelims question paper of SBIPO. Okay, so important question, easy question. Yes, so let's see. Okay, but again, okay, I made a mistake over here. What is the mistake? Can you tell me? Now I have spoken about take for example. Okay, take for example, what are we giving example of? Question mark. Okay, this statement, the first statement, the Indian education system is built on the presumption that if something is good for one child, it is good for all children. Okay, so this is not something that dancing is giving example of. So A is not the next statement. If, however, we can effectively decentralize education, if the government did not obsessively control what would be the syllabus, again we are talking about education. So two statements speak about education, that is C and F. So F is definitely the mandatory pair and not A. A will come after that because A is giving example of syllabus. Okay, so what is the example? Now how are they explaining this? What is the example? So let's see the example. Is B giving this? This could never happen. What could never happen? Again, not B is not the one. C already done. More importantly, different teachers and institute. More importantly than what? Okay, again, this is not the next statement. There are different dance forms that attract students. Okay, here it introduced learning dancing, and E speaks about, what does E speak about? Different dance forms that attract students with different taste, right? Okay, I hope you got the clear picture of what this is a very simple passage. What the passage is saying is that our education system is based on the assumption that if something is good for one child, it is good for another child. Now we have given examples. What is the example that we have given of? We have given an example of dance, and there are different forms, there are different styles, and everyone has a different flavor that they add to it. So that's the example that they are going with. Okay, so next, all the lines, only C and F talks about education system. After that, everything else is the example. Okay, so to explain how things okay, to explain how bad things are. Okay, that's what we are using it for. Okay, and then we have, more importantly, different teachers and institutes have developed different ways of dancing. And then finally B, that is, this could never happen if there was a central board of dancing. See, finally the conclusion is what the starting statement talks about. The starting statement talks about Indian education system. Okay, so if there was a system like this for dance as well, we could never have such talented dancers. That's what it says. Okay, so that's the meaning of the statement, and that's the statement, and it was very simple. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next question. I think we have invested a lot of time on this question.